back, Empower Nation, to another episode of Empower Her Money. I am your host, Angela Duncan. Just to remind people, we are interviewing female entrepreneurs, and we are talking all things business and money, giving tips to our community so that we can empower women everywhere. Today, my guest is Mercedes, and we are going to hear about her story, how she got through what she got through, and what is she working on today while providing you with the best business and money tips that we can offer to you. So Mercedes, welcome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Thanks for being here today. So I'd love to know more about you, kind of how you got started and what your journey has been like through today.
So I got started officially, I want to say right during COVID. But business-wise, I've been in the business for over 10 years. Right after COVID, I went ahead and I went to school for what I do now, which is beauty. And then right after I graduated, usually they try to tell you or try to guide you into not opening your own salon immediately. Yeah, I did not listen. I'm from New York. We don't listen. And I went ahead and I opened my own mobile salon instantly. I'm so sorry. I have a fur baby. And so I went right ahead and I opened my mobile salon, and here I am servicing in the beauty community from people's comfort of their home. And it's the best thing. It's very luxe, if you want to say, it's very convenient. I come to you and you get, pampered at your own place. So who doesn't want to do that, right? Who doesn't want to get pampered in their home, wearing pajamas or working and on a meeting and you're getting pampered, right? So, I mean, it's a fun job and it's something that I love to do. So I'm happy to do it.
Awesome. And so you help other people feel better about themselves too. So that's a great impact. So obviously there's some startup costs when it comes to doing a business like this. So between the school and the equipment and stuff to be mobile, talk a little bit about that. So if someone wanted to go down this route and have, the mobile beauty, what kind of investment should they expect?
So it's very costly. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, because you're mobile, you're saving so much money, or, because you're working for yourself and you're not dividing your profit with owners or other stylists or other partners. No, it's actually a little bit more. You have to buy your own inventory, which that's costly now because of the inflation that's going on. So everything's super double the amount of what it was 3-5 years ago. Then you have also, things break down. You have to go ahead and replenish those things. And it's not easy. Like I literally, to be honest, when I first started, I was working for free, basically. Mm-hmm. And it's hard because, when I tell people this, people are like, but how are you working for free when you have you have a license and you have your experience and you've done New York Fashion Week and Swim Week and all of these things, magazines, billboard photo shoots and everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. But at the same time, you also have to remember that when you're starting off, you don't have all of, people don't have it like that. You cannot start pricing right away. You can, but if you want to succeed in the industry and be known for your work and stuff like that, you have to do self-property more. So it's not opening up a business is very hard to get a business loan right away because you have no business credit, right? Mm-hmm. So you have loaners they can't count on you because they don't know who you are. And yes, your personal credit goes but so far, but a business credit is totally different. So it's very hard. It's not easy. So it's a lot of savings I went through. I still work 9 to 5. I still have a 9 to 5 to support my business. You need a 9 to 5. You need one. Unless you're making $1 million or more profiting on your own, like not, after you pay everything, like coming home actually with $1 million, you still need a 9 to 5 to support.
Gotcha. So you kind of started off not charging a lot for your services as you're building your brand, getting your name out there, and then hopefully getting referrals from clients. You can slowly start to increase those prices to cover your costs. And in the meantime, you're still keeping your job, as we would say, right? So that you can support your daily habits, your daily income until you're building that business to scale to pay for that. So how do you get your clients now? What are you counting on for those clients to come through?
So it's a lot of self-promoting. So when you're your own business owner, you're everything. You're your HR person, you're your marketing person, you're the person that you're supposed to be, right? I'm the stylist, I'm the makeup artist. So it's a lot of self-promoting. I rely a lot on, fortunately, social media is really good, but it's oversaturated when it comes to that. So it's a lot of word of mouth and self-marketing. Like I'm doing like the old school marketing, like, okay, so I'm from New York. So back then in the businesses, and they still do that now, like when a new business will open in the block, you know, you will see the owners or the employees going around, leaving their flyers, like, that's how I market the business, and also my business partner too. Like we market together that way, very old school, because she's also from New York. And we, you know, it at first it's hard because everybody's like, you know, what is this? Like everybody's so digital now, and you know, but it also, you get to connect more to the community as well. So people get to really ask you questions since you're there, you're the owner, and you really get to explain yourself, explain your business, because there's so much you put on a flyer. You know, you don't want to oversaturate the flyer either with information.
Right. So they want to know, like, and trust you. So you going out in person and building that personal relationship helps create business for your business. So where are you located now? What is your territory that you cover?
So I'm located in Miami. I cover mostly North Miami, Midtown, Brickell, Key Biscayne, South Beach, all of South Beach, and Mid Beach, and Aventura, in the Aventura area. I do Fort Lauderdale for weddings, but then I also fly all the way up to Tampa. I do New York as well. I service all over the 5 boroughs of New York City because it's my hometown. I'm not going to leave that behind.
Yeah. You've got that connection already, so you might as well use that.
Right.
Yeah, awesome. So where do you see yourself going in the future with your business?
I really do want to establish like a full-blown team. I want to do an international team where we could go ahead and travel internationally and service other countries and stuff like that. Something that me and my business partner always talk about. Chassie is her name. And, you know, we also service New York too, but we also would like to service West Coast and, you know, Southwest, but also the international part would be awesome to do.
Yeah. And yeah, if you could create like an international brand, because I'll tell you, so my previous career, I owned a Remax office and we did a lot of marketing with Barbara Corcoran. And so we had to hire people to come in and do hair and makeup while we're doing the commercial. And then most recently last year, I don't know if you know the TV show Bridgerton, but I went to an event and I wanted them to make me look like someone from that era. So I had to Google, because I'm like, and then the person shows up and you have no idea whether or not they're good or not, right? Because I don't know them. So I just had to trust that they would do it. So if there was like a way for us to go to just a website and then someone from that brand comes to me to do my hair and makeup that I already know is established, that would be pretty huge, I would think.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Are there any mistakes or anything that you've kind of made along the way that if someone else was in this business or starting down this route that maybe you could have done a little differently?
I've done a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I haven't done many. I've done a lot of mistakes, and I continue doing mistakes, right? Because we're all growing. We learn every day something new. And when you have a business, you're learning something new every single day. Okay. Right. So one thing was, I was very scared to do this at first. And I had a lot of people saying, you're insane. How are you going to do this? Like, you just finished school, don't have enough to open anything. Starting up a business is so much money because you're paying for titles and everything else, name, branding, everything. And I'm like, it took me a while. It took me a few months to do that. Close to a year. And I regret it because I feel like that within that 1 year period, I could have done a lot because I still had so many close connections because I just had finished school. And I lost those connections. A lot of those people had left or returned back to their countries. So I lost those connections. So my point here is, if you have your plan set for what you want to do it. Don't let the negative thinking, don't let your mind tell you otherwise. Because the mind, that it would trick you into thinking that what you want to do may not benefit you the way you want it to.
Yep. Replace that negative thought with a positive one.
Exactly. Right. So I always say there's always too positive to cancel out a negative. Right. So always, look at your positive list before you look at your negative list, because that will always cancel out that negative list.
I love that. Awesome. So I'd like to finish with a fun question for you. If you could have a super talent or superpower, what would it be and why?
So with me, it's such a hard question because you want to do everything, right? So I always looked up into Superwoman growing up. I love her, and I feel like her strength and that she was so it's the strength that she had. Like she was very determined. She didn't let nothing let her down or talk down to or anything like that. And I feel like sometimes as women we allow that insecurity to take over. And that's one power that I wish I always had since I was a little girl.
Yeah, can definitely understand that one too. So Mercedes, if our audience wants to get in contact with you, ask questions, perhaps interested in your services, how do they reach you?
So you guys can reach me out on Instagram. It's going to be _Merci, MERCI Beauty _. I actually could give you guys my business number. It's going to be 929-406-6020. And yeah, you could definitely connect there. Definitely connect through text messaging. So I'm a texter. But I also be on Instagram too. You can see all my work there. You can see all my portfolios, who I've been connected with, who I've worked with. My LinkedIn as well. You can also check there. It's gonna be ADALJISA, and the last name is ROTH. You could definitely see there who I worked with as well and some of the work there.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the show today. I love that, two positive pieces of information to cross out that negative and working on the mindset. So that's huge. So I appreciate you being on our show today. And that was another episode of Empower Her Money, where we are bringing you all things business, money, finance, and empowering other women business owners. So thanks again, Mercedes, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys. You have a great day.